Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm back. Got to do another video, man. I've been trying to be consistent with making my videos, and sometimes just fall short. But I got a question, man. What is stopping you from doing what you want to do? And when I'm realizing about myself, man, that sometimes I get in my head, and I start thinking about, well, what if this don't work right, or what if that don't? Well, what if people don't look at this, and what if somebody don't do this, or is my lighting right? What type of camera I have? Where my spot? I'm gonna make my video. And you know what? A lot of times, man, we stop ourselves from being successful in life because we're always in our heads wondering about how we're going to do this, or how we're going to do that, or if it's somebody going to listen to us. And I'm just here to tell you today. Get out your head. Stop thinking about all the other stuff and just go ahead and do it, man. That's why I had to sit down and make this video. I'm not going to be here long, but I just had to make it. And hopefully I encourage somebody to go forth and do whatever it is that you've been called, or God has called you to do. It may not be videos. It may be starting a business. It may be going back to school. It may be getting married, or, something that's prosperous. And you're stopping yourself from accomplishing what you really want to do because you're thinking too much. There's a scripture in Matthew where Jesus said, take no thought, about tomorrow. And I'll just leave it right there, take no thought, because we think too much sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with planning. But when you always sitting there and you're thinking about all the things that got to be done, or things that trying to make it being perfect, trying to perfect it. And we got to get out of that stage, man. And we just got to start doing what we have to do, because each and every one of us have talents on the inside of us that we're not releasing because we're too worried about people, what they think, or we're worried about the imperfections of what may happen, or how we looking, if my women, if my makeup right, or men, if my hair combed, or whatever it is. People may not like it. It doesn't make a difference, man. God gave each and every one of us a talent that we can release to other people. So I encourage you, man, to get out there and do it. But I do have some exciting news, because, man, I'm learning that if you say something or you do something, things can happen quickly. And man, God has been moving, and I got some things I'm gonna be sharing with you all. I got a space, man, that God blessed me with, that I'll be able to do my videos, so I won't have to set cameras up anymore, or set lighting up anymore. I can actually leave it there, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. But man, it was a blessing. I'm here to tell you, because I spoke it one day, and I tell you, man, it started moving quickly. And I said, when nothing but God, it started moving fast, man. And within 2 to 3 weeks from me releasing it out of my mouth to it coming to fruition, it happens, man. And a lot of times, like I said, I haven't made videos, I want to say about 14, 15 days, because I was thinking about content. I'm thinking about my niche. What is it that I have to bring to the table? And what I began to realize, man, I am my own niche, whatever you want to call it. Because God has blessed me with a few talents, and there's some things that I'm learning that I can use to help other people with. So I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking about, well, what is it that I'm gonna bring to the table? And it just dawned on me, man, bring yourself. And that's what a lot of us have to do. I don't care what space you're in, man. A lot of times you are the best, what's the word I want to use? You are the best product that you can give to somebody. If you tap into what God has given you, and you just be yourself and uniquely yourself, and you go out and do what God told you to do, it's that space is open. So I got a couple of things that I do, man, and I've been wrecking my brains. That's why I say we got to get out of our minds, get out of our heads, so that we can begin to go forth and do what we really been called to do. So, man, I got a lot of different things, man, and I just see God working. And Right now, I'm just doing it. I don't care if I mess up talking or how I'm looking, if my hat crooked. Man, I said I ain't got time for all that. I said, let's make this video. Let's get this thing going. Let's get out here and do what I put in my heart, or God put in my heart to do. I said that I felt that God was calling me to start a podcast. I'm not doing a podcast because somebody else is doing it. I'm doing it because this is a lane that I feel God wants me to step into. So I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. But I had got into my head about content, about listening to people talk about find your niche and you know, just, you know, all that other stuff. And I had to shut the noise down. And this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing this video, because I call myself shutting the noise down and just start making a video. So that's all I really got, man. I just had to sit down and I had to make a video because I am trying to be consistent. I got this thing called CDC, and what CDC means to me is commit, determined, and consistency. You got to commit to and be determined and be consistent. So I'm gonna commit to whatever it is that I'm determined to be successful in. And the only way you're gonna be successful is you gotta be consistent. So this is what I'm trying to do, be consistent, because I said I'm determined to have a quote unquote successful podcast. So I'm gonna commit to the podcast, but the only way the podcast is gonna come and be successful, I gotta be consistent. And this with whatever else you do in life. Whatever you commit to, you got to be determined to make it prosper, to make it grow, to make it successful. And the only way that's going to happen is that you got to stay consistent in that space. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I sit down and made this video. Man, I just hope I encourage somebody. I hope that you get some out of this. Hope I'm helping you. And I'll see you later on the Come Up Next Level Mindset podcast. Peace.